items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water. Little things like water. You know, the party of common sense. See, we're the party of common sense. You're not, in all fairness.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about President Donald Trump attending a roundtable discussion about the Pacific Palisades fire out there in Southern California, the Los Angeles area. Now, this was really good. It's about an hour long. If you want to see that full interaction, if you want to see the full event, I will link to it in the box. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. Now, there were quite a few people here. You had Trump himself, of course. Melania was right there. I think that might have been Rick Grinnell that I saw right next to Trump. Then you have a congressman and also Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. And there was a back and forth between Trump and Karen Bass that you got to see. But before we get to that, let's get to the first things first. All right, first things first, let's see what's going on here. And again, I will link to all the videos in the box of the bio. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
That the merit shouldn't be heard, but we need to hear them and we need to move on, resolve them.
Is this a state group, state or federal group?
This is a local group, actually, Mr. President, but they have help from the state.
They use the environment to make themselves feel good, and they're destroying our country. And you've got to, at some point, you've got to put your foot down. I know exactly what you're talking. You have local and...
So you got these environmentalists, these tree huggers that are getting in the way of fire prevention. And that's what you're talking about right here. And the question is, how do we get around them? Trump's like, well, put your foot down. Just say, no, we're not going to save the smelt for your precious sushi and your fancy French Laundry restaurant, Gavin Newsom. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is take the steps necessary to ensure the safety of human beings in California. It's very simple.
State groups and your federal groups too. And you got to fight them the right way, because you'll never, even if the mayor gives, you're going to have a local group come in and sue. You're not allowed to go on your property. They're going to talk about asbestos and every other thing. They want to go on their property and they want to clean out their property. And you cannot let anything get in their way. And you'll have this place built up quickly, beautiful. It'll be more beautiful than before. And I would do one other thing. I'd give them a 10%, 15% bonus on their house, because they went through hell. And they should be allowed to build a little bit, give them a little bit lot line bonus, give them a bonus on size, maybe
that they should.
Now, the thing about going back to the property and cleaning it up, some people like Karen Bass would say, oh, it's toxic and it's too dangerous. Well, look, if it's toxic and dangerous, then so what? It's still my property. It's my property. So because you think my property is too dangerous for me to go back to, that means I can't go back there. Like, what part of the game is that? Do we have freedom in this country or not? Let's keep on going. Here is the back and forth exchange between Trump and Karen Bass.
Bringing our city departments together so that people don't get caught in the loop of going from one room to the next. We want them all to be in the same room so that you can get busy rebuilding ASAP. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And we will clear the lots, absolutely, in the city and in the county. We are working together. Both levels of government are working in unity.
Is it like...
So the questions are kind of hard to hear, but basically what is being asked right here is about the whole 18-month limit, or the 18-month. Okay, so in order to go do anything with your property, you got to get a permit in this particular area of the country. And that can take up to 18 months for you to get. Okay, very long time.
That's the answer that we got, and that's what we're all hanging on.
Yes.
So if you're telling us now faster, is it 6 months? Is it, I mean, all of our lives, rents, all this stuff is weighing on this.
6 months is no good.
And the number one thing that we are going to do immediately, and you will see this happen, is to clear out the debris. And you know, we're concerned right now over the weekend because of the potential rain, but we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe, and we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes, and they can.
You should let them do it, because by the time you hire contractors, it's going to be 2 years.
If a family...
if the work gets done at all, because the whole thing with the reservoir, you heard Trump said at the beginning, a thing like water might help to put out fires. We use water to put out fires. It makes it a lot more efficient when we have water. Okay, common sense says you use water to put out fire. And the issue with the whole reservoir thing was a contractor got paid to fix a cover for the reservoir. The money got dispersed, 130 grand got dispersed, but the work never got done. And the water was never put back in the reservoir. So when the wildfire comes, oops, no water in the hydrant.
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can.
There's not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot.
Yeah.
I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked, you have a very powerful emergency power, and
Yes.
you can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can. Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
Now the question is, okay, she's saying you guys are able to go clear out your lots and you'll be able to go back soon. That's a typical wormy word right there. What does soon mean? I'll be able to go back when? I want to go back to my property and clean it up. When can I do that? Soon. When is that? I don't know. Let's see if she answers the question. You think she will? I doubt it.
You think within a week?
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
What's a week going to do for safety? Like, what's going to change in 7 days as far as safety is concerned?
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit. And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Last night.
And that was last night.
On that.
We can't even see our homes right now. We are blocked from entering our streets.
Right.
We can't even, this is our first time we saw our house was yesterday.
Wow, crazy. Can't even see their homes. The streets are blocked off. They got to get a permit to go clean it. Karen Bass talking about within the week you'd be able to go back. Well, why are they saying 18 months? And that was the time frame that was reported right before this conference, the night before. So at a certain point, somebody's not telling the truth. We're not getting down to the bottom of what's going on. But I think obviously what Trump was saying and what the people are saying makes sense. Hey, I want to go clean up my property. I have the dump truck. I have the tools necessary to do it. It's not that much left anyway. Let me go clean up my property and let me get right back to business. That should be how it is. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everybody out there in California wanting to rebuild, wanting to go clean up and get right back to life as soon as possible, rather than waiting, 6 months, 18 months for the permit. And then my question would be for you guys out there in Southern California, how much does the permit cost? Is it free? If it's free, then I don't know. This whole thing is weird. A lot of red tape, bureaucracy, incompetent government in California. This is a big part of the reason why the fire happened in the first place. No water in the reservoir. You're not clearing out the brush. You're not doing controlled burns when they should be done. All of that leads up to what has happened here. And there's still fires burning. So Southern California, we got a problem. And like I said, the problem appears to be with the governance. Plain and simple. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about what's going on here in Southern California with the permit situation and, people wanting to go back to their homes and clean up, but they can't? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. The governance over there on that particular side of the country, the left coast, as I call it, is terrible. Terrible government. Hey, look, California, it's a beautiful state. And you have a lot of good people there. But there's also a lot of really bad people and a lot of really incompetent people that don't know what they're doing, which makes the entire state suffer as a result. And I think it's unfair. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.